Hello and welcome back to another Origin showcase. In this video I'm going to be showcasing an Origin based upon a thief created by the user known as 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼. Yes, the same guys made the Starborn Origins as well as countless other Origins that I've showcased on this channel before. If you want to see some of the Origins that he's created that I have showcased, I will link to a playlist up in the card above if you want to check them out after this video. Either way, before we get into it, I'd like to ask you guys to hit the subscribe button down below. We're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers before the end of the year, and if you don't want to do that, just hit the like button. It helps the video do better, gets out to more people, and it's really helpful towards me either way. Anyhow, let's begin. Running through the description, we got the thief, a poor lad whose only goal was to become richer, turned to a life of crime and sneakery to accomplish his true desire of stealth. And just for a quick clarification, this is a 1.16.5 data pack, but it might work with 1.17 Origins. Just give it a try, it might break, it might not, depends on what you find out. Either way, let's get into the actual abilities. First up, we have Swift. Your thievery requires speed, and thus your body has adjusted to it, making you far faster than normal. Now, whilst there is no actual indication of a potion effective speed on you, there is a noticeable speed difference between the normal walking and how fast you're actually walking with this Origin on. I personally believe, at least, I'm not 100% sure, I do think it is faster, but you can't exactly be 100% sure of that one, mainly because you don't know if you actually got speed on you because there's no actual potion effect for it. Either way, moving into the next ability, we've got Acrobats. Your thievery requires your body strength, and thus your legs have grown stronger, allowing you to jump higher while sprinting. So running through the gist of it, when you're running around normally, like where you do not have sprint activated, you jump at the average height. But when you activate sprint, you can actually jump far higher. In fact, it's roughly around 3.5 blocks from what I could find out. For a bit of experimenting, if you do jump over 4 blocks, you do tend to climb a bit, and yes, there's an ability you also have, which we'll go over in a moment. And then I just pretty much went down to having a tower of 3 blocks of grass and a slab on top of it, and I think there's a possibility it might have like latched on and climbed like the last little pixel, but it's like almost 3.5 blocks of a jump height. I'm not 100% sure that it's like 3.5. You can jump 3 blocks guaranteed, but you might be able to jump 3.5. Either way, we'll move on to the next ability. Anyway, running through the next ability, Lightfoot. Jumping from high heights has had no effect on you since you were a young lad. Makes your job far easier than normal. And something else I'll add in here with this one, you can also have the ability to climb up walls as well, because this isn't actually specified in amongst this ability list that the guy posted on Discord whatsoever, so I thought I'd specify that out with the whole Lightfoot one because it kind of makes sense to bundle it in with that one. Anyhow, moving into your neutral ability, you've got Eclipse. Standing in direct sunlight, you take way more damage. Whilst you're in the shadows though, you're difficult to track, and in some cases you're also invisible. So this one needs a bit of an explanation. Essentially at light level 15, which is typical daylight levels, you will be taking extra damage than usual. Moving into your little tunnel of light and making it darker, around the light of 10, you'll see your skin go a little bit more transparent. That is when you're in the shadows enough in order to not take the increased amount of damage. Light level of 10 is good enough that mobs won't spawn in that area, but will also allow you to decrease further. But in order to get invisible, you have to go to a light level of 4 or lower. Those are the light levels where mobs will have the ability to actually spawn in, so you gotta be careful with that one. But essentially, light level of 15 is your max amount of lighting, that's where you take the most damage. Light level of 10 is where you go semi-transparent and don't take as much damage as normal. And then light level of 4 is when you actually go completely invisible. Anyway, running through the cons, you've got Law Escapee. Your run-in with the village guards has not made your reputation with the golems very friendly. Essentially, these golems are pretty likely to attack you on sight. These only count to the ones that are naturally spawned by villagers though. Any ones that are crafted by you directly with iron blocks and a pumpkin head won't touch you because that's how they're programmed. Moving on to Blade and Dagger, you've been born into the Blade and Dagger lifestyle, preventing you the usage of shields. And the last con, you got Heavy Worn. Your body has not adjusted to the nature of heavy armor types. You are more encumbered than most while wearing it. So instead of the normal thing where you're just unable to use the more powerful armors, instead you're just going to be slower and other bits and pieces along those lines when wearing it. Essentially speaking, you just get slowness on diamond and everite armor. There's a little bit of a gripe with it not being like that with gold armor, since technically speaking gold is heavier than diamonds, but I guess it's besides the point. It really doesn't matter that much in the grand scheme of things. Anyhow, if you did enjoy this video, make sure you hit the like button down below, hit the subscribe button. I want to give a massive shout out to my 2 members, my $10 member Decept and my $5 member Just Dino. If you want to help support the channel and allow me to do this content a little bit more often and make it more quality, make sure to hit the join button down below. It is highly appreciated, but you don't have to. It's just there if you want to help out. Either way, until next time guys, goodbye.